Hey guys, it's Austin from Arizona Sulcata. As promised on Instagram, if you follow me at AZ Sulcata, I did say I was going to give you guys a quick tour of the new Leopard, Greek, and Redfoot enclosures. As you can see over here behind my shoulder, I got some Leopard, and Redfoot, and Greek enclosures. I'm going to go over kind of why I selected, where these enclosures are. Not going to necessarily do a how-to, we've done that in the past, but just going to give you a quick tour of the new enclosures, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. So to do a quick little tour here and why I chose this. It's a beautiful day today, nice and cloudy, which never happens here. So the tortoises are actually out here enjoying some of the weather, the nice weather we've had. And as you can see, it's all wet back there. We just got irrigation at 4 this morning. So we get flood irrigation here in the Phoenix area. Every other week, property gets entirely flooded. That's how we get our water to water the lawn. And the tortoises absolutely love irrigation day. So they're out here enjoying the nice cloudy day, nice and humid, and nice and wet from all the irrigation, and they're just loving it. So because while we're on the topic of irrigation here, that's kind of my biggest hindrance, I guess, when I build enclosures, is how do I keep them out of the water. So I had to bring in a bunch of topsoil, some extra dirt here to build up this pad. You can see the water line, muddy, not muddy, so they stayed nice and dry in their enclosure here. This is just cinder blocks I had sitting around, plywood, went over the top with this corrugated roofing. And I did the same thing over here in the Redfoot enclosure. Now, biggest thing when you're choosing where to put enclosures is they have to have shade all the time. There has to be some place in the enclosure that has shade any time of the day. Now, if I got a big mulberry tree here, which is great, perfect for shade, and awesome because it's free food right above them, makes feeding them really easy. But if that tree wasn't here and I was just to put that shelter up, that would essentially just act as an oven for the tortoises. Yes, it gives them shade in there, but it's in direct sunlight and it'll just heat up throughout the day. So that shelter is nice and shaded all day long, which is really great. And the Redfoots over here, they require extra humidity. These are tropical tortoises, so they like it nice and humid. Now, before I even put their enclosure in here, they always hung around this bush here. So I wanted to incorporate that in their enclosure. That's always where I could find the Redfoots, was huddled around this bush. So I can spray that throughout the day and keep them nice and humid. Their house, sorry, it's a little bit muddy here from the irrigation, but sneak in here. Their house is pretty much the same, just a different door. I don't have their heaters in yet. We're in the middle of summer here, so not necessary, but I'm just gonna get some little like kitchen cabinet handles, type handles, and screw them to the top there, and then I'll mount the heat lamps to those. The Redfoot one will probably take about 200 watt CHEs, and this one will probably take about 3 in the Leopard pen. Scoot out of here. As you can see, I just go ahead and grab some mulberry leaves and throw it into them, and they have grass that grows in here, the mulberry leaves. The leopard enclosure is pretty much self-sustainable. There's plenty of grass and weeds that grow in here. They cater to their diet along with the mulberry leaves, so I really don't have to ever feed the leopard tortoises. The Redfoots, on the other hand, they do actually require, one of the few tortoises that actually do require some protein and fruit in their diet. So about once a week I'll do a protein and a fruit. And so there's their enclosure, and here I just love these. These are the Golden Greeks. Mesopotamian tortoises is the more correct term, but Golden Greek, as you can see, they're in here. And again, I'll throw them mulberry leaves, and they have plenty of grass in here to graze on. Some more. These are just beautiful tortoises. I love these. And what I did for their little shelter here is I took a water tub that I was using to soak my tortoises in. I just went ahead and cut a little door out of there, and then put a roof on it, so the bottom actually has that plastic bottom to it, so they can't dig out, because the Golden Greeks really love burrowing and digging, so they can't dig out of there. I also have this extra roofing panel behind them, so the sun can't shine directly on it again, so their shelter there can't overheat in the direct sunlight. And what's really cool too is I can just pick it up and see what's in there. Looks like this girl's going back in. She's had enough. But what's really cool that you can't see with their little house here is buried underneath. You see I have a cord running to it. Underneath here I actually have one of those floor heaters, the pig blankets, buried underneath there. The Greeks don't need a ton of heat in the winter, especially here, but if it does get, if we do get a week or two with a super cold spell, I can go ahead and turn on that heater, and that'll heat up from the ground up, which is really awesome for these tortoises. So that's it, guys. There's a little sneak peek at the new enclosures we have in. These waters are just storage tote lids from Home Depot. Pretty simple, nice and easy with the smaller species. Wouldn't necessarily recommend them for a Sulcata, but they do get the job done. The fencing I used on this has the smaller spacings. These are the 2x4 inch spacings for the smaller species. And back up here so we can get a better view of all the enclosures together. Plenty of space for the Greeks. I mean, that's more than they'll ever need. Redfoot's is a little on the smaller side than I would have liked. However, they do still have access to this yard whenever they want. They run out of grass. I can put them out here for a day or two. No big deal. This is pretty much the perfect size for my leopards, and they have just been loving it since I put them in here. A nice look here at the leopards. Nice tall grass for them. Oh yeah, I even have one hidden back here. If you've ever had a leopard baby from me, it most likely came from this girl right here. She's our best breeder, and he's most likely the dad. Little sneak peek over here at one of our ivory males. It's just on the other side of here. That's it, guys. Those are the new enclosures I promised to show you. And if you guys want to like this video and subscribe to my channel, Arizona Sulcata, that would be awesome. I do plan on stepping up my game and doing some more videos in the future. If you guys ever have any questions, go ahead and visit my website, azsulcata.com, or feel free to email me at azsulcata@gmail.com with any questions, guys. Thank you.